So listen, there'll be a bowl of green handed over from Micheál Martin to Donald Trump on St. Patrick's Day, or close to it anyway. And there's this kind of schools of thought in Ireland that the opportunity, well, there's people who say we shouldn't go at all, we should boycott it. And then there's people who say we should go and we should wag the finger and admonish Donald Trump for his approach to Gaza. And others who say we should use the opportunity to lobby for kind of a more preferential treatment of Ireland with regard to kind of possible trade wars and tariffs. What would your advice be to Micheál Martin, the Taoiseach, how to approach that meeting?
I would go with option 4, which is seize this opportunity to continue to highlight and honor the unbelievable bond that the Irish people and the American people have. If you go with options 1 through 3, you're going to undermine years of goodwill. I think that 1 through 3 would be unbelievably foolish and short-sighted. Ireland punches above their weight. When they come over for St. Patrick's Day, the red carpet, frankly, the green carpet gets rolled out for them. They meet with the president, the national security advisor, members of Congress. There's an entire lunch dedicated to that. Now, Kieran, just to give you some context, there's no other country in the world that gets this kind of treatment. None. No one that has an annual event where the entire government of the United States pauses to honor the special relationship between the two countries and the two cultures and the two peoples. So the idea that the Taoiseach would think that it would be a good idea to reprimand the president of the United States on issues of policy, he obviously, look, we've got the right of free speech in our country. He has absolutely the right to go do that. But I would hesitate to say that might be the last time that celebration occurs if he chooses to go down that path.
You think that would be the consequence if he went in? Look, I suspect he will be under pressure domestically to say something or to be seen to say something. How would Donald Trump react if he goes with options 2 or 3? Finger wag about Gaza or implore preferential treatment for Ireland?
Well, number one, I think Donald Trump will, he can handle any situation. So he'll handle it fine in the moment. But the long-term consequences, I find it extraordinarily undiplomatic to come over using the situation and the pretense of a celebration of the two cultures to come over and use this as an opportunity to lecture us. I personally, as an Irish American, would be offended and would highly recommend that the president cease to do this going forward. So it will cut off, look, as I said, I will leave it at this. I think it would be unbelievably short-sighted and there would be long-term ramifications if the Taoiseach chooses to use this moment to advance a personal, political, ideological view than to appreciate the moment that exists. And he will have no one to blame but himself if he chooses to do that. Now, again, in the moment, it might be fine. There are ways that I think you can express your issues on policy issues, but I don't think that the irony of this, by the way, Kieran, is you're going to use this moment, if for example, on Gaza, to lecture the United States on an issue that's not germane to the bilateral relationship that we enjoy. You want to weigh in on how another country's being treated? Really? You want to lecture? I can't think of a more short-sighted way to screw up a decades-long tradition that has come to captivate the entire country here. And he will have no one to blame but himself should he choose that path.